The rain hammered against the windows of our small apartment in Seattle, mirroring the storm brewing inside me. Thuron, a 43-year-old freelance graphic designer, stared at the screen, the words blurring through the film of tears welling in my eyes. It had started innocently enough, a misplaced phone, a notification I shouldn't have seen. But the message, simple and devastating, had ripped apart the carefully constructed reality of my life with my wife, Imogen. "I can't stop thinking about last night," it read, followed by a heart emoji. The sender was listed as Marcus, work. Imogen worked as a project manager at a tech startup downtown. She often worked late, which I understood. The city was competitive and she was ambitious. I always supported her, making dinner, doing the laundry, trying to ease her stress. But Marcus, I didn't know anyone named Marcus. A cold dread coiled in my stomach, a feeling I hadn't experienced since my parents passed away. I told myself it was a mistake, a harmless flirtation, anything but what my gut screamed. I should have talked to Imogen right away, but fear paralyzed me. I couldn't bring myself to confront her, to shatter the illusion of our happiness. Instead, I did the cowardly thing. I started snooping. It began with her phone, a quick glance while she was in the shower. More messages from Marcus, each one more intimate than the last. Dinner dates, stolen kisses, whispered promises. My heart pounded in my chest, each message a fresh blow. Then came the emails. Imogen used the same password for everything, a fact I'd always found endearing. Now it felt like a betrayal. I logged into her account, my hands shaking. The emails confirmed my worst fears. Marcus was Marcus Thorne, a senior executive at her company. Their affair had been going on for months, hidden beneath late nights and business trips. I felt sick, betrayed in a way I never thought possible. Imogen was my best friend, my confidant, the woman I'd pledged to spend my life with. How could she do this to me? The emails painted a picture of Imogen I didn't recognize. She was ambitious, ruthless, willing to do anything to climb the corporate ladder, even if it meant hurting me. One email in particular stood out. "Marcus, I love you," she wrote. "I never thought I could feel this way about anyone. Thuron is a good man, but he doesn't understand me like you do." Those words cut deeper than any knife. I wasn't enough. I wasn't exciting enough. I wasn't Marcus. I felt like I was drowning, gasping for air in a sea of lies. I closed the laptop, my hands numb. The rain outside intensified, the wind howling like a banshee. I needed to confront her, but I didn't know how. I spent the next few days in a daze, going through the motions of life, pretending everything was normal. Imogen seemed oblivious, cheerful even. She'd ask about my day, tell me about her work, kiss me goodnight. Each interaction felt like a dagger twisting in my heart. I couldn't sleep, haunted by the images of Imogen and Marcus together. I lost my appetite, my clothes hanging loosely on my frame. I was a ghost of my former self. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. One evening, as Imogen was getting ready for bed, I confronted her. "Imogen, we need to talk," I said, my voice trembling. She turned to me, her brow furrowed. "What is it, Thuron? You seem upset." "I know about Marcus," I said, the words hanging in the air. Her face paled. What are you talking about?" she stammered. "Don't lie to me, Imogen. I've seen the messages, the emails. I know everything." She burst into tears, collapsing onto the bed. "Thuron, I'm so sorry," she sobbed. "It just happened. I didn't mean for it to go this far." "How could you do this to me?" I asked, my voice breaking. "How could you betray me like this?" She didn't have an answer. She just kept crying, repeating "I am sorry" over and over again. I felt nothing but anger, a burning rage that threatened to consume me. I wanted to scream, to break things, to hurt her the way she had hurt me. But I just stood there, numb and silent. "I want you to leave," I said finally, my voice cold and hard. "Get out of my apartment, get out of my life." She looked up at me, her eyes wide with shock. "Thuron, please don't do this," she begged. "I can change, I'll quit my job, I'll do anything." "It's too late, Imogen," I said. "The trust is gone, I can never look at you the same way again." She packed her bags in silence, her tears falling like rain. As she walked out the door, she turned to me one last time. "I love you, Thuron," she said. "I always will." I didn't say anything. I just closed the door and locked it behind her. I sank to the floor, the weight of my grief crushing me. My life was over. My marriage was over. Everything I had worked for was gone. In the days that followed, I was a shell of a man. I barely ate, barely slept. I spent my days staring at the walls, replaying the events of the past few months in my head. I couldn't understand why Imogen had done this to me. Was I not good enough? Was I not exciting enough? I reached out to a few friends, but I couldn't bring myself to tell them the truth. I was too ashamed, too humiliated. I didn't want them to pity me. I wanted to be strong to move on, but I didn't know how. One evening, I received a call from an unknown number. I hesitated before answering it. "Hello," I said. "Thuron, it's Gwyneth," the voice on the other end said. "Marcus' wife." My heart skipped a beat. What did she want? "I know about the affair," she said. "Marcus told me everything." I didn't know what to say. I felt a strange mix of anger and sympathy for this woman. She was a victim too, just like me. "I am so sorry," I said finally. "I had no idea." "It's not your fault," she said. "Marcus is a serial cheater. He's done this before." We talked for hours that night, sharing our stories of betrayal and heartbreak. We found solace in our shared pain, a connection that neither of us had expected. In the weeks that followed, Gwyneth and I became close friends. We met for coffee, for dinner, for walks in the park. We talked about our lives, our dreams, our fears. We helped each other heal, supporting each other through the darkest days. I started to see Gwyneth as more than just a friend. She was kind, intelligent, and beautiful. She understood me in a way that Imogen never had. One day, as we were walking along the beach, I turned to her and said, "Gwyneth, I've fallen in love with you." She smiled, her eyes sparkling. "I've fallen in love with you too, Thuron," she said. We kissed, the waves crashing around us. It was a new beginning, a chance to rebuild our lives, to find happiness again. I eventually filed for divorce from Imogen. She didn't contest it. She knew she had messed up, that she had thrown away something precious. I heard through mutual friends that she had quit her job and moved back to her hometown. She was living a quiet life, away from the city, away from Marcus. I didn't feel any satisfaction in her downfall. I just felt sad for both of us. I had lost a wife, a friend, a part of myself, but I had also gained something new, something unexpected. I had found love again, with a woman who understood me, who cherished me, who would never betray me. Gwyneth and I got married a year later in a small ceremony on the beach. It was the happiest day of my life. I had survived the storm, and I had emerged stronger, wiser, and more grateful than ever before. The rain still falls in Seattle, but now when I look out the window, I see sunshine on the horizon. I see hope, love, and a future filled with happiness. My life had taken an unexpected turn, a detour I never saw coming. But sometimes the detours lead to the most beautiful destinations. Summary: Thuron, a graphic designer in Seattle, discovers his wife Imogen's affair with her boss, Marcus, through intercepted messages. The betrayal shatters his world, leading to a painful confrontation and divorce. He finds unexpected solace and love with Marcus's wife, Gwyneth, bonding over their shared heartbreak. Together, they navigate the aftermath of infidelity, finding healing and a new beginning in each other's arms, culminating in a heartfelt marriage. This story explores the devastating impact of betrayal and the resilience of the human spirit, demonstrating that love can emerge even from the wreckage of broken trust. Thank you for listening. I hope you found some value or entertainment in this story.